begin to poke around, find the right palms to grease, find the right folks to talk to that lead us toward where these guys are hiding out.
It seems like you guys haven't really thought this out.
And then Pim and Dirk just kind of look at each other and be like, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really.
We didn't know.
No. Wow. How are you doing today?
Good. Another week, another chance to sit down and weave this tapestry together.
Oh, and a beautiful tapestry it is.
Yeah, it's got the parts on the end of it that are like the threads tied in a knot.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm just describing a carpet.
A little frayed, in fact.
When does tapestry begin and carpet end?
I feel like a tapestry is something like ornate and like
It's on a
deliberately
wall
crafted.
usually.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a carpet is something underfoot.
That's like a power move when like you have a tapestry in your place.
Yeah?
As a bunch of wall art.
Yeah,
Or in
a
your-
tapestry.
Or in your bathroom.
Yeah. You want a tapestry of the Ironlands?
Yes. And it's that tapestry is getting more and more detailed. As we left Pim and Dirk last time,
Hey.
they came upon the village of White River.
But before that, a lot happened.
Yes.
So they left the cove where they had previously met with Arthelius Torn.
Yes.
And they set off along the road before they hear a commotion happening beyond a hill. They come up to the apex of the hill, they look down, and they see 2 figures on the ground and 3 figures fighting with each other.
Fighting. It's a fracas. It's a melee. Upon closer inspection as they sneak forward, it's who else but more thralls with black eyes maniacally attacking a leather armor-bound figure.
We dispose of the 2 thralls with the help of the figure, who we then find is Wynn of the Poppers.
Yes, all the way from Trout Nook, who, if folks remember, Pim and Dirk, under some duress, assisted breaking into the Marquis Chim's gala, and they looted the place.
Right. And so they were able to compel Wynn to tell us what he knows.
Yeah.
And it turns out that, like Arthelius Torn, he was working for the religious sect, the cult, as it were, in order to supply them with Starforged Black Iron.
Yep.
And it appears that things were getting pretty rough on his end as well, because they dispatched, meaning murdered, 2 of his comrades.
And also, not the kindest business partners, it turns out. No. Everyone who seems to go into business with this sect ends up their lives being in danger if they ever want to break from their unreasonable terms, which is the situation that Wynn found himself in.
Yeah. And so Wynn had 2 horses with him, and they, basically convinced him to come along with them as they head north to the large town of White River. They arrive at the gates. There is a massive water mill, and it's a sheep herding town, bustling on a beautiful eve, and that is where we find ourselves.
Should probably find some place to tuck in for the night. Some sort of inn, tavern, something like that.
Looks like something's over there. And beyond, we see an inn. There are torches lit as the sun is just setting, and it is a bit of a raucous tavern. People are imbibing libations inside it. And they decide to head in. And we should probably try to sojourn here, because my spirit's at 3. My supply, which is shared, is at 3. So let's go ahead and roll in sojourn. I think the 3 of them come inside the tavern, which is named the... Would you like to roll?
I would like to name it.
You want to name it? Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to name it.
What are you going to name it?
I'm going to name it... I'm going to name it... I'm going to name it... Oh, God. Ho Undertow.
The Undertow Inn.
Yeah.
The Undertow Inn we enter. And it is much larger on the inside than it is from the outside.
Yep.
All lit by either candelabras or torches. There is hay underfoot, as well as peanut shells.
Oh,
just
nice. Like Five
littered,
Guys.
just like Five Guys. Their boots crack on the peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And it is common culture here to be served a bowl of peanuts and then just discard the shells on the ground.
Also noticing as they enter the Undertow, at least one donkey and a couple of sheep as well, just making their way in and out of, sanitary restrictions in a food serving establishment, a little bit lax in White River. Livestock are such an important part of their community that sometimes you got to bring work with you.
And Pim sort of distastefully, wrinkles her nose in realizing that underneath the hay might be a nice layer of manure.
Possibly.
Who knows? That
stench sort of filling the air. Approaching them is a figure with two bowls on one arm and a third bowl in the other. Got 3 new visitors here. How's it going?
Oh,
and hands bowls of peanuts to Pim, Dirk, and Wynn.
Thank you so much.
Don't typically get new faces around these parts.
Oh, we're just passing through. Thank you so much. And she really tries to be curt and just sort of focus on her nuts and not really try to engage with this server.
Your business is none of mine. So will you be wanting dinner or a place to stay? We got a couple of rooms, maybe.
Yes, a place to stay would be great. Thank you.
And then he gets bumped in his hip as the donkey just kind of butts into him. He goes, oh, and it continues to walk by. Let's roll on Sojourn.
That sounds awesome.
Roll plus heart in a community seeking assistance.
That's all you, brochacho.
Okay. So Dirk immediately, with his love of all things animals, sits in the corner with 2 sheep and begins out of his satchel feeding them some different berries that he knows they're allowed to eat and doesn't harm them in any way. And he's just the happiest he can be. Here we go.
If you share a bond, you don't share a bond.
Nah, brand new town.
Yep.
That is a weak hit.
All right.
Choose any one bulleted action from the list below. If you share a bond, choose a second action. So
okay, we both choose one. Great.
I'm gonna recover and consort.
Great. Recover and consort, 2 things?
That's under the... No, it's not 2 things. Just
one
got
thing. Got it. Okay, great.
Dirk just kind of hanging around the animals. He is so happy to be in a community that relies on living things so much in these harsh Ironlands.
Yeah.
Dirk spends... do we kind of time-lapse this sojourn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dirk is spending the better part of a day out in the surrounding meadows of White River.
Oh, the next day?
And he's about to sneeze.
He's about to sneeze.
We'll see if that interrupts this little happy montage.
Because a lot of the pollen, from the meadow.
And he's so happy. Yeah, he's a little stuffy being around. Sheep's wool carries a lot of dander
there, yeah.
Particles. He takes up, of his own accord, assisting with herding a lot of the sheep. Sees what he can do to just be around wildlife, and he feels kind of back at home again a little bit, and takes +2 spirit as a result.
Lovely. Pim is going to drink. She's going to drink with Wynn.
Hell yeah.
She decides, she really wants to let loose here, and that's how she is going to also do the same thing. She's going to consort.
Yeah.
And recover +2 spirit.
I gotta tell you, you guys are... As Wynn gets a little deeper into his mug, you're one of the more resourceful strangers I've ever cornered into a back alley and forced into a deal. No hard feelings, all right?
No hard feelings, but tell me how you got all this way. I mean, Troutnook is forever away.
Yeah, well, when your life and your livelihood begin to be threatened, you try to get out of Dodge. And, you know, I got partners all up and down these Ironlands, just from our outfit does most of our business in Trout Nook. That's where we have most of our influence. But you grease the right palms, you can get a quick get out of Dodge fast. Unfortunately, the folks that came with me, we just started to get picked off bit by bit, and I just kept running. So.
Well,
but we're here. Forget about that. We're here.
Sounds good. And she clinks, and they both drink. And we are to the next day, let's say.
Yeah.
And let's say that, you know, the three, they're feeling really good. They're feeling safe here. It seems like just a humble town, you know, full of farmers, herders, some merchants, some fisher people. And
Dirk wants to take time to heal himself.
Are you still not healed?
Yeah, I'm at +4. So he's going to spend today making a heal move.
Great. Pim is going to resupply. I think she's going to walk around. I think that Wynn has maybe helped us out in the coin department a little bit.
Yep.
He's got a lot of it. But he also has, you know, some contacts. So I think that, you know, they might get a bargain in town.
Cool.
Since she dropped all of her arrows,
she scrounged around and picked him up for a little while.
Picked him up, yeah. But let's also say that, you know, we're going north. We need furs. We need furs. We need food. We don't know how. I mean, hopefully this will take us a couple days journey. But if we get waylaid, we need to be prepared.
Yeah.
We also need to make sure that we're fully armed for, you know, this potentially insane thing that we're about to do, which is attempt to fight the religious sect. So she is going to sojourn again in order to gather supplies.
Wynn and Pim begin to enter a busy kind of trading, not too busy, but like a couple of market stalls that are on one of the bridges that bisect White River's fast-flowing, like, rapid river.
Yeah.
So going from kiosk to kiosk, trying to resupply, you see a lot of these structures are leveraging the rushing water, and they have their own kind of mills attached themselves.
Yeah.
And one of the kiosks has this mechanism by which it is a spinning, like hanging, like sets of armor, clothing, and furs, and they're moving about the top structure of his wares as the flowing water. Pim, with her knowledge of mechanical things, sees that the shopkeeper has cleverly used a series of gears and watermill technology to harness the moving water into like a rotating...
Like a kaiten sushi.
Yes, like a kaiten sushi, but for different, you know, beautifully crafted fur gloves, hats, all that stuff.
Incredible. She approaches the stall and she says, "This is absolutely remarkable, sir. How are you doing this?"
Pretty ingenious, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, yes, absolutely.
Nature has blessed our beautiful town with this naturally flowing, or naturally occurring source of energy.
I mean, the current is so strong.
It's so strong. So why wouldn't we use it to our advantage, right? Just watch your head. I don't want any of our materials to give you a smack. How could I help you?
Well, I'm looking for some furs, sir. I'm wondering if you sell them, particularly some armor that might be insulated with fur.
Beautiful. Perfect. And the shopkeeper reaches back and sees kind of...
Actually, before he even has it, I'm going to roll.
Nice, smart. Yeah, we have to. See if this is
so
even...
sad if he has it and then just like won't sell it to us.
I guess it's not your size, so...
We keep doing that. We like
My
role
bad.
play it ahead of time and then like roll and then miss and have to be like, just kidding.
We're just having so much fun.
So I'm going to beep. Is it all plus heart? It's all plus heart. Oh God. I'm a 1 on heart and wits, which are like the 2 most useful things in Ironsworn.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Okay, great. Is there a resupply that's... is there like a not sojourn way to resupply in the way that you can heal? I feel like it might be an adventure move, but it might resupply when you hunt, forage, or scavenge. But that's also plus wits, so it's the same roll for me. Oh well. All right, +1. Oh God. Can I leverage anything?
I mean, this is also something that if you feel you want to leverage Fortune Hunter and just spend money.
Yes.
Spend money.
Let me see this.
Spend money to get thing.
Yeah. We it's swearing an iron vow.
Never mind.
Promise of payment. I'm sorry that I'm the rules cop.
I swear to wear this
Well, if we
armor.
had that other asset filled in, we could use this, but we don't.
Okay.
Because we never get XP in this game. When in a community or trading, you may suffer -1 will to take +2 supply. That would have been so great.
Some coin exchange system of trade. Roll those bones.
All right, here we go.
You're also a creepy outsider in town, and maybe
+1.
he doesn't want to deal with you.
Yeah. But we have win. Does win offer us any kind of advantage? Maybe I could compel instead of... Wait a minute.
Compel him to give it to you. Are you... Let's roll on Sojourn, and then if it goes poorly, I'll allow you to roll a compel to get the thing... try and get the thing anyway.
Okay. Sounds good. Here we go, +1.
Yeah.
Weak hit.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Great. So I just take 1. Awesome.
Yeah, what are you going to take?
I'm going to take +2 supply. So we're at +5 supply, bub.
Excellent. Look over here. I've got leather armor with inlaid sheep's wool to add an extra layer of insulation. This is these are moo-moos. What are they called around your ears?
Earmuffs.
These are a pair of earmuffs, also fashioned out of sheep's wool, lamb's wool, ram's wool.
Oh.
They're like thick, insulated, both armored or unarmored. And it's like, it's nice. It's got that like alpaca fur inside of it and provides like so much more insulation when you wear it.
Beautiful. I'll take 1 of each.
That you shall have. Honestly, it's great just interacting with a friendly. You're just been so kind.
Well, likewise, thank you. And do you have something in a double XL size, perhaps? I'm also shopping for my friend.
I'm sure we got. And then he looks around.
Have you made anything for a giant recently?
Unfortunately, no. I don't think so.
So I'm going to say he doesn't have it because I have a plan for what Dirk has been doing this whole time.
Okay, great. Amazing. Pim gives him some gold and takes her packages and leaves the mercantile.
Looking like a cover model for, I guess, Patagonia or something.
North Face.
North Face. Yeah. Fully winter trekked, outfitted out. Durkin spending time with all of those sheeps in the meadows eventually had a moment that got pretty scary, where one of the flocks of sheep encountered a predator.
Oh.
And it was a wolf had spotted one of the flocks and using his skill and his combat abilities was able to take this wolf down.
Okay.
And he then saw an opportunity, skinned it, dressed it, and fashioned himself a new pelt across his shoulders.
Wow.
Out of the wolf he killed to protect the flock of sheep.
Wow.
That he had been spending time with.
Okay.
That kind of healed his soul a little bit. He wasn't going to let them come to harm.
Yeah.
And now with a warm fur of a wolf around his shoulders, that he, with some leather strips and some other ways, made it like rest a little more secure on his body, feels a little bit more whole again from before.
So lovely.
And he is going to, That's that.
You're at +5 health supply
sweet.
now. So
Sweet.
it looks like you're at +4, +4, +5. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try to heal?
I was going to heal myself, yeah.
Great. Okay. So,
let's do this really quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to add +2 to the roll on this, and I'm rolling +1. Heal is myself.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is going to be nasty. I'm rolling +5.
Whoa.
Come on.
Whoa.
I'm so good at this now. Strong hit.
Strong hit, baby.
I healed the crap out of myself.
Amazing.
Your care is helpful. +2 health, or give it to the ally under your care. Nah.
It's all for me.
Back up to full.
Great. So I would also say we need to mark progress on our who's responsible for Iron Blight, because we enlisted the help of Wynn, who knows more.
Yep.
Was able to supply us with some more information. I'm gonna mark progress on that. So we're at 2 out of 10, but
Great.
we're somewhere there.
Great.
And we killed those thralls a while ago. I'm gonna erase that. So we're feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that, we want to, we need to plan now. It's time for us to plan.
As the day begins to turn into the afternoon and the sun begins to set, Wynn, Pim, and Dirk reconvene at the Undertow Tavern. They take a table in the corner, already preset with 3 bowls of peanuts, and they have mugs of ale, and they are commiserating as to their next moves.
So looking at this map here, it seems, from what I remember, I believe that their main operations are just north and a little bit west of us, here, at the mouth of this mountain range here in the Veiled Mountains. Here.
There?
Here? There? Oh gosh, I might be a little foggy about it now.
Yeah, I think it's way up there.
Way up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take us about a week's journey to get all the way up there.
Yeah.
And that's at quite a clip. But we have the horses. And it'd be great if we could get one more horse so that we're not sharing one.
Sure.
3 horses getting all the way up there.
And
1 week.
You have said that you remember your way toward where you were headed.
Yes.
Okay.
Because when I escaped, I simply took the road back down to Windhaven, and then of course I went west from there, but I'm fairly certain I know the way. We could simply head up the road that way, see how far we get, and then try to look around and be able to pinpoint the exact location once we get north.
Got it. Trying to stay relatively low profile.
Yes.
Right? When I'm sure you're used to that, you can help us with that.
Yes, I'll do my best, of course.
And then sitting in the corner table as they begin to hash out the details of what they're going to be doing in the future, a figure approaches their table from the front. They're being so deep in conversation, they didn't notice this figure walk all the way up to the table and stand between Pim and Dirk. And they all of a sudden hear, well, it's a lot easier to track you two down than I'd realized. Wow.
Who? Show yourself.
And then the figure undoes their hood, and Tessa, Dirk's sister, catches up with the 3 at the table in the tavern. And Dirk spins around. He's like, "What the hell are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here?"
It took me so long to track you guys down, but it really wasn't that hard because apparently you leave destruction in your wake wherever you go.
And then Pim and Dirk kind of exchange a knowing glance, and they're like, "Why are you here? Why did you? I didn't need to be tracked down."
Newsflash, bucko, since you left months ago, the blight has gotten worse.
Okay.
It just keeps spreading. It's killing our crops. It's killing everything. And we're running out of food. So I came here to make sure that you're just like still on track.
We're working on it. Clearly, we're working on it.
Tessa, how bad has it gotten?
Pretty sure I just said.
Right. I mean...
Are you listening to what I'm telling you?
Well...
Nobody knows what's going on. The council is still convinced that the spirits, the gods, the forest, Mother Nature is upset. No one seems to be taking any sort of action. The honest truth is, we don't know how to slow it down. Excuse me. These peanuts do not agree with my system.
Well, lower your voice and sit down and let's tell you everything.
She grabs a stool and they fill in Tessa on what they've been up to. Tessa fills them in on what's been happening in Borwood, and unfortunately, the blight has continued to grow and spread and just get worse. Areas around the deep wild, she explains, those isolated pockets are becoming bigger and they're taking up larger chunks. Larger chunks of the deep wilds, more reports of seeing animals ravaged with iron blight. It's just bad news.
Tessa, we're honestly grateful to see you because we think we know who's behind the blight and we're going to try to stop them. I know firsthand that you're quite a formidable fighter.
Well,
and we would be greatly indebted if you would come with us and help us.
Yeah. Duh, dummies. I'm not just gonna leave you guys here alone. Like I said, you guys are taking forever to get anything done. So
Wynn's
let's...
like, I'm a little lost here. Hang on, back up 1 second.
Hi. Nice to meet you. You can shake my hand if you want to greet me.
Nah, I don't really know to trust you first.
I get it. Whatever. I know these two. That's all you really need to know. Ugh, whatever. Dirk is like, she's my sister from Borwood. She's a capable warrior, watcher, fighter, scouter, an asset to us. It can only benefit if she comes with.
Well, that's good because if we're going to try to break into, I don't know, the headquarters of this sect, we're going to need some help.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Okay, well, it's great to see you, Tessa. And here's our plan. We're going north. It's going to take a week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have furs on you? Do you have enough provisions? If not, we'll get you set up.
And she like looks down and she's basically just got like the tunic and just the clothes she came in on.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We'll get you sorted then.
And they spend the rest of the evening chatting out what their game plan is.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. The next morning, they wake up early. Let's say it is 5 a.m. And they have been able to procure Tessa enough furs and provisions. So they're well equipped to start heading north. They need horses, though.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Okay.
So, at least Pim woke up at 5. I guess she wakes everyone else up. And
do we want to look around White River to see if that's something we can procure? We want 4, probably, right?
Yeah, we have 2.
Or at least 1 more.
We need 2 more.
2 more?
Maybe 1 more.
A mini horse for Pim.
A mini horse for Pim. Yeah, I mean... So let's say all 4 of them have woken up and Pim says, we really need 1 or 2 more horses in order to expedite this trip.
Okay, there's a stable. Let's just take them.
Okay. Take them?
Yeah.
Wait.
Wynn, a practiced thief,
okay.
Understands, like, we're never coming back here again.
That's true.
We probably should have done this last night under cover of dark, but...
Well, it's dark now, so let's do it.
Sure.
Okay.
And you, they begin to leave where we're in the tavern.
Yeah.
And they walk out and they see, scrap that.
Okay.
They head to the stables under cover of dark.
Okay. They see a faint sun. Faintly, just the idea of it rising.
The idea of the sun?
The idea of the sun rising. And they see the 2 horses that were Wynn's, and then 2 more, a beautiful white horse and 1 horse that is a stunning chestnut brown.
Yep. They look and they see those. They can see those horses, but they can only see them through the kind of where the wall meets the thatched roof of the stables. Yeah. They have to find a way to make their way in somehow. So they approach, and they don't want to wake anybody, but this is a locked, stored stable. This feels like something Wynn would take the lead on.
Yeah, I think so.
And with Pim.
Yeah.
Whereas
picking that lock.
Dirk and Tessa just kind of hang back.
They're looking out.
Yeah.
They're gonna check to see if anyone can hear us.
Okay.
We're gonna pick this lock. Obviously, Wynn's gonna lead the charge in picking the lock.
Okay.
I wonder if while Wynn is working at the lock, he's got a long, thin piece of metal.
Yep.
And a file, and he is steadily working at this main lock to the stables.
Yep.
Pim motions for Dirk to give her a little leg up because she's small and nimble. It seems like she would be able to get over the stall. And she looks and she sees a hay bale that would be perfect for her to land on. Dirk gives her a little leg up. Is it a padlock or is it locked from the inside? Is the question.
The whatever lock that Wynn is able to just start picking at.
Yeah. So I don't know if actually her going over the wall will do anything, right? Because do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can she just let him in, or is it a lock that is locked? We'll have to ask the Oracle, right? Yeah. I'm gonna ask the Oracle.
Yeah.
50-50. Will Pim scaling this wall be of any help? Low is no.
41.
41, no. Okay, great. So it's just up to Wynn picking that lock.
Okay. Which we'll say he does.
Okay, great.
And
Great.
I would like to, I think this is a face danger for then.
Yeah.
At this point, I think, who would you think goes in? Because Dirk, not stealthy, good with animals. Pim, stealthy, not so good with animals. So I guess we go in together. And we can make this roll a face danger roll to see if we are able to. Yeah.
I think Pim, speed, agility, or precision, she can at the very least, take the reins. Dirk can be the one grabbing the saddles.
Yeah.
And then just all 4 of them leading their own horses out.
Yeah. And we can't spook them.
No. We can't spook them.
And we can't make any noise.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So, actually, I can use my trickster. Because when you face danger, by lying, bluffing, stealing, or cheating, add 1.
We are definitely stealing.
We're totally stealing. So Pim is going to make this roll. That's +4.
Yeah.
On face danger. Let's see.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
That's a strong hit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's a strong hit. Wow. Great. Okay.
Leading them out by the bridles.
+1 momentum on
Dirk
that.
able to calm down the horses with little treats from his satchel.
Oh, man.
They slowly move the 2 horses silently.
Yeah.
Expertly. Wynn then shutting the 2 gates and then expertly knowing how to reset the lock perfectly in place where it was before.
Wow.
Nothing even happened except for the fact that 2 horses are missing. They slowly begin to lead them. Okay. We gotta get out of town now.
just like, hold on 1 second. I'm just going to like saddle up these horses real quick. And Tessa does it with expert skill, saddles up the horses for them. And they mount, and do we have to stealthily walk them to the road, or do we just like get on and go?
We established that White River is a town that is surrounded by, kind of like there's a front gate and a wooden wall and a river bisecting it.
Right.
So
we got to get out of the wall.
We got to get through the front gate.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. So we start,
Okay.
I think just start leading our horses toward the front gate.
That's the only way out.
Let's ask the Oracle if there is a guard currently posted and conscious.
All right. I mean, what are the odds of this? Pretty high, right?
High.
Yeah.
Somebody on watch.
75, yes.
I think it's like, if I roll a 90 or above, there's nobody stationed up there, or they're asleep or something.
90? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
So close.
So we begin to walk forward toward the gate, and not the same guard, a different guard is posted up at the front. It's kind of like foggy-eyed. It's super early. Looks up, and what do we say to the guard?
What do we say? I think, I can compel with Trickster.
I think that's what we do.
I can definitely compel with Trickster. What's our alibi here?
Go for it.
I'm gonna
Whatever's at the top of your head.
+2 +3, so it's +3. It's funny because we don't have any cargo with us, do we?
We're just leaving.
We're just leaving.
Maybe we don't need a reason.
Oh yeah.
We can just skip out. The question is he suspicious of us?
Yeah. We could.
Would this guard have any reason to suspect that we just stole horses that were kind of nearby?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Let's ask.
Well, and we can also roll on action and theme.
Sure.
If we're really stuck.
That's good.
I think
Let's go on action and theme.
Yeah. So I'll make the roll for
Got
you.
it.
And then 85.
Okay.
I don't know because he doesn't know anything about us. We could ask yes or no if he recognizes the two horses.
I
don't know.
Dirk, kind of leading the horses. You see him take a bit more of a swaggering stride.
Yeah.
He looks up at the guard and he goes, "Hey, just going out, gonna check on some more of those flocks. I don't know if I'll take my hood up. The savior of the flock here. I killed that wolf that was there before. We're just gonna go out and make sure everything's like safe. Got a lot of herds to protect. You know what I mean?"
And you're gonna roll on compel, or are we gonna roll on the Oracle to see if?
And I think I'm still doing my taking my action and theme thing.
Great.
And the guard is the guard looks down and goes like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, of course, right on, right on." Do you want to know like what the results were?
Yeah, what was the result?
Construct fame.
Construct fame.
Yeah, construct and fame.
Yeah. Opens the gates.
Dirk had a bit of notoriety after killing that wolf and saving that flock.
That's it exactly.
Yeah.
They open the gates. They mount their horses and they go on the road.
Yeah.
They embark on the road.
Tessa, Wynn, Pim, and Dirk, a merry band of 4.
Yeah.
Reunited under very I don't want to say interesting, but like a bit differing circumstances for each one. Everybody's got their different skin in the game.
And as they're riding, it is now mid-morning, and they have not been met by anyone on the road. And Tessa, strikes up conversation, says, "Remind me again what this plan is you guys have. We're going north to do what after?
Yeah. Okay. So we're getting farther north, right? It's early. I'm so tired.
We're going north. And I believe I know where their operations are.
Yeah. So we get to the closest, nearest settlement to the Veiled Mountains that we can find. Mm-hmm. Begin to poke around, find the right palms to grease, find the right folks to talk to that lead us toward where these guys are hiding out.
It seems like you guys haven't really thought this out.
And then Pim and Dirk just kind of look at each other and be like, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really.
We didn't know.
No.
But this is our shot, and you're coming with us. So unless you have constructive ideas, Tess, listen to what we have to say and can it.
Fine.
And when from his horse perks in and chimes in and goes, yeah, if they're running some sort of smuggling operation with this Starforged black iron, right? I can only assume they have some sort of mining operation under their network. We should be able to influence the right folks, maybe lie a bit. We can weasel our way in, I think.
Right.
We just play it smart. We stay low. Mm-hmm. Points to Pim. We don't let you get spotted by the wrong people.
Right.
And then hopefully, I think... Yeah, Dirk looks over and goes, hopefully we're able to leverage all of that. And Tess, it's not like we're going to kick the front door down, but I'm thinking we can do this smartly and we can sneak into where we need to get to.
Okay. What makes you think we're going to succeed? What makes you think that this is a good idea?
It's the only idea. And we have to succeed.
Yeah. We owe it to Borwood. And they continue. Mm-hmm. Should we undertake a journey to see if we get there?
Yeah. Great.
Now we're going to a settlement in the Veiled Mountains, close by to the headquarters of this cult.
We hope.
Mm-hmm. We said that the trip will take about a week.
Yeah, but this is starting to enter in like elevation change, harsher weather, things like that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to keep a low profile, but
so we can
are we taking the main roads or are we not?
I mean, right now we are.
Yeah.
Right now we are.
Mm-hmm.
So
troublesome.
Let's do troublesome.
A little bit of trouble on the journey.
Because we found out even a troublesome progress track can take forever. Okay, getting to a settlement in Veiled Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Wow. Incredible. Does our map have settlement names on it? Do we know the name of where we're going, or we're just sort of headed north? Okay.
No.
We're just headed north.
Yep.
Let's make our first roll and undertake a journey. Here we go.
This is plus wits.
You're making this roll. You are totally making this roll, my friend.
Okay.
And could you leverage? No. Cool.
No, because I can. No, I have to be in the wilds to be able to do that.
Gotcha. We're just on the road.
Just on the road. Catherine, what's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen on the road?
Nice.
Weak hit?
Yep.
Great.
Weak hit to stat. So that is you reach a waypoint and mark progress, but we suffer -1 supply.
That's fine. So because this is troublesome, that's 3 progress per waypoint.
Yep.
Great. Yeah. So they spend one day traveling. They don't see anyone else on the road.
Yep.
Luckily. And they decide to make camp. It was a long day of riding, and because they have horses now, they have to give the horses some of their food and water. They don't come across any kind of stream, so we suffer -1 supply.
Yep.
Because of that. And we make camp for the night.
Okay. Right on.
What were you going to say?
I was trying to think of like what along the road would signify this waypoint for us, but it's just a place to make camp.
I think the sun is down, and we don't really want to push the horses. We don't want to push ourselves, but we made great progress.
Yeah.
North.
Are we necessarily in the wilds? Do you want to actually make the make camp roll, or are we just moving forward?
I think we're just moving forward.
Love it.
Yeah, let's just keep going and
as they make their fire and begin to set out bedrolls. They've tied the horses onto nearby trees near the road. A night sky has fallen over everything, and Dirk looks at everyone and goes, "I'm gonna step to the side from camp for a second. I just gotta do something, if that's cool."
Yeah, of course.
I feel like I just want to center myself a little bit.
Sure.
And Dirk walks away out of sight. Pim gets a little curious as to what he's getting up to and sneaks into a clearing that Dirk found. And as moonlight comes through the trees, she sees Dirk stand there in his wolf pelt and begin to dance. He starts to just starts to slowly move at first with his eyes closed, just kind of feeling it out. And then afterwards, he starts to there starts to be a bit more panache and flair.
A little jazzy?
It gets a little jazzy. He begins to shuffle his feet back, a little footloose style. He jumps on a boulder and goes like that, and then jumps off, and then like runs in a circle. And he is performing the bind ritual.
Oh!
When you wear an animal pelt and dance in moonlight, roll +, wits. On a strong hit, you or an ally may wear the pelt and add +1 when making moves with a related stat. If it's a wolf's pelt, I get a +1 with edge-based stuff.
Wow!
Boy, did I pick this is helpful because my edge sucks.
Okay.
I wish I had picked like a bear pelt, but whatever.
Unfortunately. Well, is it may? Is the verbiage may?
Well, it's your ally. You may wear the pelt and add +1 when making moves with the related stat. So if I have to do edge-related stuff, if this goes well, I can take a +1.
But I mean, if it's a wolf pelt, you may roll edge instead? What does it say?
No. It says, when you do this and I roll a strong hit, I may wear that pelt and then get that related stat boost.
Got it.
On a weak hit, as above, but the wilds call as you dance, endure stress. So
great. We don't need this.
I'm doing it.
We don't need it at all, in fact. We're sitting pretty.
Yeah, Dirk's dancing.
Why do you want to do this? What
because I haven't used this.
What move do you want to do, though?
It's not immediate.
Oh.
It's in the future.
Oh.
When I'm wearing this pelt. And I've done the bind ritual.
I see.
I get a passive +1 to any edge-based moves that I decide to do as long as I'm wearing this.
I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome. Here we go.
Good to go?
Yep. Just reading what happens when I roll a 1.
It's all flavor. Strong hit. Strong hit, baby. Oh.
As Dirk's ceremonial dance comes to a close, he lets out a He's become more centered with his wolf spirit.
Oh, wow.
And pelt.
Yes.
And also incorporated some like there was like some flamenco in there as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There was a little bit of like
tango.
There was like jazz. You couldn't hear it because it was like sodden ground, but there was like tap at some point too. He came down some boulders that looked like stairs, and he like tapped his way down. And that
worked.
He performed a successful bind.
Amazing. All right. Your edge is +2 now.
I have a 2 to edge.
Huge. That's huge, dude.
Hopefully.
It is. It's great. All right. So,
they tuck in for the night and they awake the next morning ready to hit the roads once again and undertake their journey.
And upon waking and making their breakfast of some mush.
Cold mush.
Warmed mush over their fire, but mush nonetheless. Pim sort of cheekily says to Dirk, "That was quite a bit of a show you gave last night. What was that all about?" Oh, he does that sometimes, Tessa says.
What are you talking about?
You know, you were dancing, I thought.
I don't think so. I think, we just all tucked in and went to bed, I think.
He does that sometimes and like, I don't know, infuses like magic to his clothes when he chooses to wear clothes.
Dirk just kind of like meekly like goes back to packing up his satchel.
Say no more. And they pack up. And do we want to name our horses? No, we named the last horses and we left them.
Are you nervous that by naming the horses, if any danger were to befall them, we'd have some sort of stronger emotional attachment?
Yes. They don't have names.
Dirk's sort of stroking his horse. You need a name, buddy. You need a name. I'll name you Smokey.
Smokey.
As he's like saying that, Wynn was dousing the fire, and just like plumes of like ash and smoke came out. The horse is not like dark. This is the white horse.
The white horse.
You're Smokey. You will be Smokey.
You know that doesn't make any sense, right?
Is Smokey? Do you think that doesn't make any sense? Sort of looks at Wynn. That's right. He doesn't know what he's talking about, buddy.
And they saddle up. And they get back on the road. And
back on the road.
My friend, my illustrious co-host, is going to make the roll.
Yes, I am.
On Undertake a Journey. Dirk is just in the lead here. He's feeling good. He knows the way north. We just stay on the road.
Hit it.
Strong hit, baby. Ooh. Let's go. You reach your waypoint and then choose one. Ooh, we move. Okay, we either mark progress once or we mark progress and take +1 momentum but suffer -1 supply. I don't want to do that. So we just mark progress. So we're at 6 out of 10, bub. 6 out of 10 here.
My momentum right now is at 7.
That's pretty good.
And then do I decide?
We both can collectively decide.
Yeah, you'd rather keep the supply?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, my momentum's at 5.
Nice.
It'd be handy if we could burn it, I guess.
Yeah, but we'll gather it other ways. Strong hits on other stuff.
I just hate that there's a consequence of supply if we... Yeah.
Cool.
Well, what do you want to do? What's your instinct?
My instinct is to gather the more momentum.
Get more momentum?
But from 4 to 3.
We can sojourn again if we're able to at the scary settlement that we're gonna...
We marked down our progress. Let's keep going.
Keep going. Great. So we notice as we continue on the road that we are rising in elevation. Their ears pop a little and they find that so quickly they have to switch into their insulated armor and their furs and their woolen socks and their gauntlets and their gloves. All of a sudden, the vegetation changes and there's frost on the leaves from the night. The sun is slowly starting to melt the frost, but their horses are clumping, and there's considerably more rocks on the road, and they are heading up in elevation.
Vegetation, the amount of trees are beginning to thin out. Things are getting a bit more sparse, not quite barren, but this is taking on a colder climate, going from more lush trees to more evergreens, pines.
Yes. And they are coming upon the border of the hinterlands north of them. We are continuing on. There's a bit of a shudder in the air. And they're continuing their way on the road here. We're at 6 out of 10.
Yep.
Do we want to risk reaching your destination?
6 on 10?
Do we want to undertake a journey one more time?
Let's bold choice.
You want to bold choice it?
Yeah, I'll let you roll on it though, because it's just a progress move.
Okay, here we go. This is just determining if we're going to kind of hit fast forward on our narrative, and a week has gone by and we reach it. So here we freaking go. 6. All right.
6 on 10.
Okay.
So we want these dice to be less than 6.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, 60%.
60%.
That is a majority.
Reach your destination. Okay, great. And then we can. Okay, fine. Here we go. Here we go. I'm feeling lucky today.
All right.
Weak hit.
Okay, you arrive but face an unforeseen hazard or complication.
Okay,
Envision what you find or ask the oracle.
You want to ask the oracle?
Yeah.
See what's ahead for us? Basically, what happens is, 5 days go by, and we have been relatively unscathed.
Yep.
Let's roll on, what could it be? Action and theme, or pay the. We don't pay the price though.
No, it was a weak hit, but
an
it was
unforeseen hazard or complication.
I'm looking for where the ask the oracle move is.
Oh yeah, it's on fate moves, and
there it is.
Yeah, it's really more. We would roll on an oracle table.
Okay, we'll action and theme it then.
Okay, cool. So I have those ready.
Yeah,
and I will roll. And it's 89.
Okay.
I'm going to look with you. I don't know. I think it's been a week, right? Unforeseen hazard or complication. Okay, so we arrive. And an unforeseen hazard or complication to us arriving. What would that be?
Yeah.
You said it's a mining town.
Yep.
Let's figure out the name of it first.
Cool.
Really quickly. Let's say that, as we approach this area, how do we find out the name of it? Is it
We'd have to probably just ask around. I don't think we know at first. We can roll on it to just see in the future what somebody might say.
Yeah, we don't know the name of it. Okay, great.
I would say, according to that action and theme, we arrive. And what I would say is Pim does not find what our surroundings are familiar at all.
Sure.
And what she remembered to be true in her head.
Yeah.
When you remember things from years ago, maybe details get changed around.
Yeah.
Things don't completely add up the way they did before. Or perhaps over time, just the layout of this area has changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pim is unsure of herself when we arrive.
Yeah. They come upon this settlement that is not walled. There's no fortified wall around the settlement, which is bizarre. So they're able to see this massive mining operation, a huge, I want to say acres wide hole is dug into the ground. There are conveyors. There is basically a massive stairs, a stairway built among the perimeter of this hole in the ground.
There's scaffolding around the hole.
Yeah.
There are just kind of mine cars sitting on rails full of rock. There are huge structures built to house just like large either ore deposits or like, you know, when you see on the side of the highway or something, it's just like a big pile that they put a roof over.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
You see that stuff.
Yeah. And there are hundreds of people working.
Yeah.
And they all stop their horses. They kind of draw to the side of the road so that they're not seen. There are no more trees here. We are fully in the Veiled Mountains.
Yep.
If anything, they're hiding behind rocks and boulders and, you know, mountainside, cliffside.
What they see around town is not so much like the comforts of like an established town. They see dwellings. They see like rough thrown together structures out of, you know, what could be scrounged around, and the folks that are working are trudging and, you know, it seems like
and it's
just
helpful to note that because we're in the Veiled Mountains, there's now snow. And because of the mining operation,
It's
the
cold.
snow has been blackened. Dirty snow everywhere, and it is cold. It's absolutely cold. Their breath is shown as they speak to each other. And Pim looks and she says, no, this is totally wrong. I mean, the last time I was here, this was just a small little dwelling in the north. I mean,
So
yes, they
it's-
were still mining, but it was nothing like this.
It's expanded in size.
It's massive. If we are where we are, which, I mean, I just simply took the road when I escaped. This has to be it. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And as they are drawn to the side, under relative cover, they are passed by a horse-drawn wagon that is covered. So they can't see the contents inside, but it is drawn by two hooded figures, and it whizzes past them at quite a fast speed. I mean, very fast for the Veiled Mountains in a not well-trodden road.
Yep.
And they are let in to the settlement, and they go straight
So we should
out of sight.
we should probably see how we can blend in as quick as possible, right?
Sure.
And looking around, folks are in, I guess it's not that difficult because folks around us are in warm clothing.
Yeah.
But they are in like soot-stained, mine-stained, dirty, like working clothes. We're kind of, I feel like we look a little bit more dressed up for how to blend in around this town, basically.
Yeah, I mean, we've been spending a week out in the wild, so we're probably pretty smelly and dirty too.
Yeah.
But, you know, Pim, while you want to blend in, let's try this. And she wipes her hand on the cliffside, and it also is blackened from the mining operations. It's almost as if, you know, whatever they are mining is just like creating so much pollution in the outer perimeter.
No.
She wipes her hand,
Yeah.
and it leaves a handprint, and there's soot on her hands. And she
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like wipes soot all over her face, all over her clothes, all over her armor,
Yeah.
and all over her horse, which the horse hates.
Yeah. Looking around, Dirk sees a couple of pickaxes in a minecart and tosses them to everybody.
Yeah.
As they slowly move their horses to where other kind of wagons and stations are tied off. They tie their horses off.
Yeah.
And Dirk looks at Wynn and everybody and goes, "Time to start asking around, right?"
Yeah. What's our plan?
We pick up a shift.
We're here for work.
Yeah.
I
Right?
did not sign up to get dirty and to like use a pickaxe.
Dirk immediately like smushes Tessa's face in soot immediately. Like her Meg-In's makeup just gets smeared down her face. Well, whether or not you came here to do it, there you are. So do the one thing you haven't done in your entire life, and time for an honest day's work, Tess.
Right. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go.
The four of them, kind of seven dwarf style.
Yep. Hi-ho.
Pickaxes over their shoulder. Begin to walk down the scaffolding into the large mine pit
Yeah.
to now gain some info as to what their next step is.
And we will pick up in the mine at our next episode.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Wow, it's off to work we go.
Hi-ho.
This has like orc vibes to me. This has like scary.
Isengard.
Yeah, Isengard vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mordor, whatever vibes.
Yeah.
Oh
let's
boy.
Let's see if we're convincing as rough and tumble coal men.
Yeah, I mean, we smell really bad, so I think we'll be fine. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.